Sup shitters, my name is Logan aka Spiderhands and welcome to SP Reviews, where today we have ourselves a track by an act named Hologram Boy featuring Miss Virtuality. This is titled Sinapsi Attive. We switch over to here, it could be Sinapsi Attive. Hologram Boy featuring Miss Virtuality. We're gonna look through this from start to finish and we're gonna hear what we think. Just before we go on to it, we've got excellent. I'm not super knowledgeable about how to read Italian. I know like a very rough, like little bits of it, but not enough to be able to understand what's being said here. But we can see there is a website here, so if you want to check out the website, go check out hologramboy.com. Let's get into it. Let's go. Sinapsi Attive, or Attive. Oh, we got some very 80s kind of synths going on here. Oh. Sinapsi Attive. Successful. Excellent, I like that. I love the aesthetic of the video. I'm just liking how full of charisma and fun this is. It looks like everyone involved is having a great time. Again, I'm not super familiar with the language, so I might not necessarily be able to get what the lyrics are about, but that's okay. I love the chord note groove we got. Oh damn. It's actually really catchy. Apparently the guy behind this has been involved in working as a professional musician for about 20 years until recently. So this is like another project for him and that's fantastic. We got some catchy little synth melodies all on the sides, and the bass is just there, nice and blockish. Got a square wave going on. Yeah. Okay. Again, like, I'm trying to, because everyone knows the kind of shop we're talking about here. I'm trying to figure out what the song is about. And then we got the highway. Is Prima first or something like that? No, or first or something like that. I don't know. Musica bestial. Beast music? Yeah, there's really careful attention paid to the production value. I'm liking how the vocals go around the headphones like that. Got a build going on here? We got a 16-bit kind of vibe here. What's the type of music I'm thinking of here? Is it specific? Like, it sounds like video game music from like the 80s and 90s and stuff like that. And we've got this vocal line, and the vocal melodies are repeated, and they're nice and catchy, and it's pretty well done for the most part, actually. Synapse, I'm gonna actually Google what that means. Oh, it just means active synapses. All right. Is this talking about like stimulation and how we experience the world around us and how much life's kind of overloading us a little bit? Maybe in good ways, maybe sometimes in not so great ways. Only being part of this digital world that we're in with this video. Yeah, it's pretty overwhelming at this point. That's it's It's meant to be a fun song. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. It's one of these quirky tunes that's kind of meant to be an earworm and get stuck in your head. We have these constant crashes going on to sort of simulate a further intensity within the bass. And it's really great to hear him going through a vocoder as well. Sorry, I've just taken a while to really kind of start to focus on this track and kind of like take it in. Sinapsi Attive. Excellent. Hologram Boy featuring Miss Virtuality, Sinapsi Attive. Great. They worked really well today. You could tell there was some chemistry going on. I do think that my understanding is that Miss Virtuality is Hologram Boy's a girlfriend. So if that was both of them dancing along in that video, that's just fantastic. Well done. Excellent. It's nice to see a couple like that make music together, actually. I don't see it often enough. It's a shame. But when you've got two people who are very passionate about music, I think that's a fantastic thing. You know what I mean? It's great. There is a youthful vibrancy to this track, a creative explosion here. I love the near eccentricity of the experience. Yeah, this was huge for me. This is a lot for me to take in. How much more there is this? Not that I mind listening to it. I just want to make sure I haven't missed anything. You got this huge like 80s aesthetic with like the tapes and stuff like that and the workout gear, and like it looks like, you know, like the videos where it shows people like doing the weights and stuff like that, and you're supposed to do it with them and all that. A lot of the 80s aesthetic with like video games and sci-fi stuff like features stuff like this with holograms and all that sort of stuff. And I love the vibe of it. I like the aesthetic of it. I'm actually getting into a lot of that kind of stuff. Even some of I know Vaporwave is obviously a very different genre of music, but it samples a lot of music from this time and different parts of the world, and like there is something to be said for the consistency of that quarter note groove on the kick with the basses and the catchy synths. And I love the vocodery vocals intermingled with Miss Virtuality's efforts. I think I kind of wish I knew what the song was about, just to clarify like exactly my understanding of how the music relates to it, but that's okay. The production value was fairly superb. There were nice builds, and you know, there were parts of the song where like we had a little bit of a break there. Some instruments came out and came in. We paid fairly good attention and close attention to all the fourth harmonies and the key signatures and everything involved with that. There were no weird chromaticisms or anything like that. It was meant to be a fairly safe song musically. It's meant to be one of those singles that doesn't, like, it's in your face and it wants you to dance along with it. And it's definitely got that vibe with it, don't get me wrong. I think it's a phenomenal effort. You know, it's great to make a track like this. It's a great way to introduce yourself to people, and I really do hope that Hologram Boy can continue to find new fans to listen to this music. It'll be interesting to see where they go from here. I think that the recording, mixing, and mastering, like, everything sounded crystal clear, and there was obviously a little bit of modulation on the vocals and all that, and there were some effects changes, some builds, and some filtering work, but that's to be expected within the genre. I think that if you can make music that is different nowadays, but that still has a lot of the positive, beloved elements of modern pop music, you can pick up a following even from people who are sort of thoroughly stuck in the mainstream. Because I think a lot of people are kind of really keen for something a little bit different, you know? And this is the kind of way to get there. And yeah, I think most of all, the overall polish on this track, as well as the presentation in general, is indicative to me of musicians who are experienced and really know what they want from what they're creating and how they want it to sound. And the vibe and the humanity on display is just phenomenal. That comes with practice, and that comes with knowing who you're making the music for. And I think that there's potential for this act. I did have a lot of fun with it. I wanted to just watch it, to be honest. I didn't really want to review it. I just wanted to watch it, but I guess I can do that after the review, right? Just making sure I haven't forgotten anything, because I don't really want to forget anything. It's always embarrassing when I forget stuff. Yeah, I think they're at a level where they could justify an EP, or maybe definitely an EP. Albums are a bit of a risk nowadays. You know, you got to be careful with albums. Is that they're a lot of money to invest, and potentially, well, the way that the digital streaming algorithms work, it's not always easy to be able to get what you want from it in terms of the attention and stuff like that. But at the same time, I think that, again, Hologram Boy is on something really special here. Maybe do some more collaborations with Miss Virtuality. Have a good time with that, you know? But effectively, this is my review of Hologram Boy and Miss Virtuality's Sinapsi Attive, I think. Sinapsi Attive. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please do go show these musicians some love via the various social medias and YouTube. Stay cool and stay safe. And I just feel like I've missed something, man. I hate feeling like I've missed stuff when I review music. I genuinely enjoyed the time that I had. Like, it's weird for a song to make me want to dance. I think that's something I really need to point out here. I've done a lot of these reviews at this point, and it's very, very, very difficult to motivate me to really want to do anything apart from pay attention to music. But if the music is getting sort of like resonating within me as someone who doesn't even listen to this particular genre of music a lot, you're onto a banger. And that's so important nowadays, because a lot of people are sitting down listening to music, or they're passively listening. Whereas if you can really motivate them to get into it and get bouncing along to it, and now video as well, the multimedia experience is just, you know, it's really intense, but I think that's a stylistic choice, and I think that's intelligent. Stay cool, stay safe, and please remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as they need the help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on in the world. Catch you in the next review. Spider hands out.